With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Watch out for Hill on the return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Here's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,007. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Eluding the pressure right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Jackson. Escaping the press. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards.
And the Browns have taken the lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And
no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
this is 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Sanders had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd and 2. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
To throw is Sanders. Throwing to start the drive.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Sanders. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started.
As Sanders has it pumped free, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because
he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
76 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Sanders forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Anthony Schwartz, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their advantage.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Browns 28, Ravens 17.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Flushed out right.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He got 29 yards that time. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 28-24 game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Looking to throw. Sanders.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escapes the sack. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Sanders. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now it's Jackson. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jerome Baker in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pushing his way inside the 40. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to throw. Sanders. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. They go play action now. Jackson.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
The 20, 10.
They tried to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Able to power through. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. Over the middle, complete to Judy. He's to the 15.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Judy.
62 yards.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Jackson now.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They run on first down with Jackson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Jackson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Sanders. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. To throw is Jackson.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for them here.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking left side. The ball comes out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
From the gun, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Hill on the return. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. 2 yards to go, second down.
Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Grant Delpit
in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And my goodness, another interception.
He's to the 15.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top of that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their net.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove